Hey YouTube, your girl is back. Your girl is back with another YouTube video. All right, your girl Night Anta J is back with another video. And if you are listening to my beautiful voice and you are not subscribed, what are you doing? What are you doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, turn those post notifications on. That way you'll be notified every single time I post. And we're going to get into some things tonight, honey. So thank you all for joining. We're going to get started. Don't want to keep y'all too long, honey, but we are going to get into some things, honey. Get into some things, period. All righty. So, like I said, if you do not catch my beautiful voice live, it's okay. It is okay. This video will be available for replay because y'all know I keep all my videos up for replay. So if you can't catch me in real time, no worries at all, honey. We're going to get into the replay later on and it'll be up forever. All right, you guys. So, honey, baby, when I tell you, last night we went live and we caught up with my girl Latrice. And honey, after I got off of live, I saw it went down. Good evening, Linda Johnson. Thank you for joining. Good evening. But yeah, honey, last night it went down and we are going to catch up and we are going to talk about it and get into it, period. Okay. So, as you know, last night Keisha T posted on her Facebook that she was going to jail. And hey, Granny's Creation. Hey, thank you for joining. But yeah, so Keisha T posted on her Facebook last night that she's going to jail. And she alluded that, it was allegedly Latrice who called her probation on officer on her. She made a post, she was upset. She was like, you know what, she's about to go in, she's about to go off. And then I see that I guess she went to her cousin's Tarita's house. I guess Tarita is Keisha T's cousin or something. And Tarita also is friends with Latrice's sister. Hey, Darlene. Hey, thank you for joining tonight. So yeah, so Latrice has mentioned Tarita before. She's talked about her. All of them were cool, acquainted, hanging together. Tarita also has a platform on Facebook with followers. So, it went down. Okay. I'm gonna try to give y'all the Cliff Notes version and then I'm gonna get into my perspective on everything. So Tarita went live. Tarita's calling Latrice out. I guess Tarita is going live in defense of Keisha T. She also shared that her and Latrice also had their personal beef and falling out because Latrice was upset because they were still cool with Coco. Because all of them are for the same area. Hey, Hatisha Harris. Hey, thank you for joining. But yeah, so Tarita also revealed that I guess Latrice was shading her or whatever because she's cool with Coco. And so, she was basically saying that Latrice is scary and she finna call her and she finna call her out. And that's exactly what she did. Okay. She called Latrice on the phone. She got Latrice on the phone. They were going back and forth. Latrice, was like, I fell out with you, Tarita, because, of course, the whole thing with Coco. And then, it's crazy, honey. That's what I'm trying to give everybody a Cliff Notes version. But y'all gonna have to watch the videos to get a play-by-play. But Cliff Notes version, Treese was of course falling out with everybody for being cool with Coco. And on top of that, Tarita and this other female from Sarasota, whose her name is also Kicking It with Coco. I guess Kicking It with Coco wanted Latrice to do promo for her. Tarita told Kicking It with Coco, girl, you need to pay Keisha T the $100 instead of paying Latrice $300 because Latrice still hasn't even promoted my page and I paid her $300. So I guess Latrice also fell out with Tarita because of that as well, because she told someone that, they shouldn't go to Latrice for promo. Then all that happens. It's a three-way call. Girl, Miss Darlene, it got crazy, honey. Okay. But it's a three-way call, and Tarita gets Latrice on the line. She gets Kicking It with Coco on the line. Kicking It with Coco clarifies what she said. There's still some back and forth there. Then Keisha T, she's over there in the background. Her and Latrice go at it. Keisha T is accusing Latrice of messing with her dog Oreo. They cussing each other out. Then Coco goes live at some point. I'm seeing all this morning. So I don't know if he went live last night or this morning, but they say that Lele was in the comments of Tarita's live wanting to join and talk her mess. Hey, Carol Anna, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. But yeah, they say Lele was in the comments on Tarita's live wanting to talk her mess. So I guess her and Coco went live. Coco, because in Latrice, talking about saying, "Hey, Keisha T, I didn't do this to you. I'll admit what I've done." Latrice talked about, "Hey, yeah, I did get Coco's page shut down for harassing me and posted my address. I did that, but I didn't call your probation office on you. I can be honest about what I did." Um, but yeah, it says they just all fake. It's too much. I can't take it. Yeah, I'm gonna give my perspective because this is a lot. So Lala just missing. Yeah, I saw that today. Lele was, yeah. So I guess because she mentioned how she had got Coco's page taken down, I guess that prompted him to go live. And he went live and he was, taunting her for being abused, sexually abused by her mother's boyfriend when she was a child. And he was pretty much just taunting her about that and saying that's why you got put out your mama house. And it just got disgusting and nasty. Lele was over there laughing in the background. That's the Cliff Notes version of everything, but I'm gonna get into my perspective because I'm pretty sure y'all seen it. First things first, when it comes to the whole Keisha T situation, like I said yesterday, is it unfortunate if she has to go to jail? Definitely. Is it something that I would wish on somebody? No. However, there's a lack of accountability here, and I'm just gonna keep it all the way 100% real. Oh yeah, he said a lot. He said a lot of nasty stuff, and we gonna save him for last because he is disgusting. And I usually even talk about people like that because I don't know these people, right? But to see him laugh about a situation like that and taunt her because of that as if it was her fault, that was just like that wasn't cool at all. It says Keisha T is on some kind of drugs. I mean, that's what people are saying. I don't know if she is or not. Because I don't believe that with a mom. Yeah, clearly this girl was 7 years old. Like, come on. All right, it's too much. Yeah, it's too much. All right, Lint Liquor. D ain't got nothing to do with this, okay? We talking about Latrice tonight. We're not talking about the Keisha crew tonight. We're talking about Latrice. So that's we gonna stay on topic, okay? But yes, so back to the Keisha T. So I'll start with the Keisha T. This is how I feel about Keisha T. Like I said, do I feel bad that she may be going to jail behind someone maliciously calling her probation officer? I mean, I wouldn't want anyone to go to jail, right? So, of course, it has to be an unfortunate situation. But Keisha T has to look at it like this. Last week, Latrice was in Las Vegas living her life, letting her hair down, trying to look like she's trying to release from all this drama that she's constantly going through. She, went to Las Vegas. She hung out with Chef Carmen. She had her little friend with her. She showed us him. They try to paint this picture that this woman is just sitting around, just taunting them 24/7 when we clearly have seen her try to move on. Every week she's in some drama. Every week something has happened. And after all the drama blows up, we see her try to move on from the situation. She went to Sarasota. She visited her grandmother. She went and spent time with her kids. She went to Las Vegas. Me personally, I just don't think that she was sitting around calling the probation officer on Keisha T. Yes, Keisha T and Latrice had a big blow up and a falling out, and they both exchanged some nasty words. And I do think that Treese did mention that she was on probation. But what Keisha T is not understanding is, ma'am, before you decided to come onto a public platform and become social media famous, you should have had everything settled and out of the way with your probation officer. So someone calling the probation officer on you is not enough for you to get arrested. The only way that you would be able to get arrested is if you had violated your probation. So at the end of the day, if you're on a public platform and you're inserting yourself into drama with someone and people are choosing sides, you don't know who could have called the probation officer on you. So to come on here and to start an attack on this woman when you don't have it for a fact, it's really pointless. Darlene says, yeah, Keisha's on drugs. And I don't believe the dog thing. Keisha T just mad. Right. And it's like, to me, I understand how she can feel it as Latrice. Because, hey, D, thank you for supporting. Hey. Just say. Exactly, that's what I was saying. Like at the end of the day, I could understand how she could think it was Latrice, but to start this whole ranting and raving on Facebook and these long statuses as if, lady, at the end of the day, you wouldn't, even though it's wrong if someone did maliciously call, you wouldn't be in any type of trouble if you were not violating your probation. Okay. So this is where, as Black people, we have to prioritize before we try to come on here being social media famous, and before we try to come on here getting all this clout and all this fame. Then guess what? Guess what? You got to make sure that you have your business in order. If I know that I'm about to be on a platform with thousands of people watching me, and I got a little situation on my probation officer, I'm gonna get that cleared up before I come on this platform, because people, especially when I know that it's some messy stuff going on and people are gonna take sides and be nasty, because I've seen them firsthand be nasty to other people. Come on now, anybody could have called. Hey, Shauna's Place, we talking about Latrice Allen today, honey. A lot has happened. Girl, they don't accusing her of calling people probation officer. There's a guy who she was once with named Coco. He's taunting her sexual abuse story. It's her ex-friends who she all gave platforms. They ganging up on her, and it's a lot, honey. It is a lot. Linda Johnson says Treese asked her over and over what did her PO say, and she would never answer. Treese even asked Tarita to ask her, no answer. I'm like, if the PO received a call, tell the world, tell everything else. Exactly, because if the probation officer got a call and the person said that you were on drugs, all they have to do is give you a drug test, and if you haven't been doing drugs, then you're good to go. If you have been doing drugs, knowing that you're on probation, which I'm not saying that that's what happened, because she never revealed it, then guess what? You have to take accountability for the fact that you weren't handling your business. And so that's what we as Black people got to prioritize. Before I come on any platform trying to be famous, I got to make sure I got everything cleared up. It says that she failed her drug test. Okay. Sorry, I'm late. IDK, what happened? You got right to it. Oh yeah, I got right to it today. Hey OC girl, thank you for joining us. We talking about Latrice today, girl. It's Latrice Allen, and it's been some drama. It has went down with her and Keisha T and her ex boyfriend Coco. He said some disgusting things about her, and they just got the internet in a frenzy. So I'm gonna run through the drama with her and each person one by one. All right. It says, I never been on probation, but can't they have you drug test at any time? Right. Like that people are acting like there is still not an obligation to be in compliance with whatever stipulations are under your probation. You have to be in compliance with whatever they want you to be in compliance with. So if they say you can't be caught with no guns, you can't be caught with guns. If they say you can't smoke weed, you can't smoke weed. If they say you can't leave the state, you can't leave the state. Whatever. So, like I said, it's unfortunate and it's messed up if someone did call on her. I'm not saying that people should just be out here just being maliciously calling for a probation officer, but if you're going to open yourself up to a platform where you want to be famous on social media, and you're going to open yourself up to have a large following, it may be in your best interest to take care of your business on the back end so you don't run into no issues, because people are evil, people are malicious, they will dig up your information, they will try to create lies on you, they will try to call whoever on you, and so you got to make sure that you are crossing all your T's and dotting all your I's, period. All righty. Okay, exactly. Right. So moving on to the whole Tarita situation. Now, I'm not too privy about the Tarita situation, so I won't speak much on Tarita, because I have heard in the past Tree speak highly of Tarita. And for the most part, it looks like Tarita had her own thing going on, and she was not one of the ones who was just coming around Trees just for the bag. So I can't, like I said, I don't know much background about her and Tarita. I will say that I can respect the fact that Tarita picked up the phone. Because at the end of the day, if you and someone have known each other your entire lives, there is no need to continuously go back and forth on social media. If we know each other in real life, let's just pick up the phone and talk this out. So one thing I can say, I did respect the fact that Tarita picked up the phone and actually gave Latrice a call, because that kind of shows that she does have some type of intention to actually get to a resolve versus just feeding the internet drama. Darlene says when she lied on Treese about her dog, that's when Treese said something about what. Oh, okay, okay. Linda says Tarita feeding into the comments and what people are telling her. So I think it's a build up. Yeah. Yeah. And that's what I feel like Tarita is kind of torn in between. Her and Latrice did have a genuine friendship, and she's genuinely confused about why they're not friends anymore. And also she's still caught up in the internet hate train of Latrice Allen as well. So when it comes to Tarita, and how she feels about Latrice, I mean, this is how I feel. I don't understand why everyone is trying to justify still being cool with Coco, and here's why. And I'm gonna break it down like this. Let's see. I think she's going to jail for the white man trying to sell her when he have no money, and they, oh, okay, dang, I didn't know all that happened. And said, it's Tarita's fans telling her stuff. Yeah, and I think it is. I think that it's half and half. I think that halfway she's genuine and she's trying to see what's going on and she really wants to get some resolve. But then another half is her feeding into the internet just like the rest of them did. And this is what I can say about everybody who's falling out with Latrice. Does Latrice fall out with somebody every week? Yes, she does. So does that mean that she's 100% innocent? No, it means that she has some. She plays a role in it as well. But one thing I can say that's a common denominator. You all, and this is for everyone who's falling out with Latrice, for people like Keisha T who came down here and her and B and all of that. You all have known this lady for your entire, for a good decade or so, from what it seems like, or at least 5 years plus. You all have known this lady before the social media fame, before the money, before the fame, before the fortune, before any of that. And it just baffles me how you all willingly came into her presence. And right now, I'm not really talking about Tarita, but really more so Keisha T. Um, it says Treese is live now saying her and Tarita are cool now. They talked out right. And I'm glad about that because Tarita does, to me, Tarita seemed to have some integrity because for her to pick up that phone and really want to talk it out, that shows that, you got some solid in you. Because one thing about it, if I know you outside of the internet, there is no point in feuding and fueling the internet with drama. If me and you know each other and I got your address and I got your phone number, we can just talk this out like women. It says, how could Latoya deal with a guy that don't want to take care of his kids? It says, yes. But yeah, so here's what I feel about Keisha T. Keisha T, you were willing and ready to come down this road and be with Latrice and live in her house for free and allow her to, pay for medical procedures for you, give you money, and really put you in a position to eat. I don't care what anybody says. Anyone who really had something going on, anybody who really had their life together, anybody who really was operating as a responsible adult wouldn't be in the position to drop themselves and come live with somebody for free and get taken care of. So Keisha T, when she, with her and her story and her being upset with Latrice, I can't give it 100% support because it's like you obviously did not have your life together. This woman was nice enough to put you in a position to eat and win. All she wanted in exchange for that was some help. And yeah, I didn't get bad vibes from Tarita. So I wouldn't say too much about Tarita because I feel like Tarita was torn in between the two. So I definitely think that Tarita had some integrity there. The Treese just said if anyone she would possibly give a chance, it would be Tarita. But when she was saying it, Treese was on live, and someone said that Tarita was on live talking about Treese. Yeah, like Treese has always spoken highly of Tarita. Hey, Penny Proud. Penny Proud says, hey, girl, I don't know these people, but I'm here. Hey, girl. Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, Teresa definitely took care of her. And, she welcomed you to her home. She paid for a medical procedure for you that she didn't have to pay for. She clothed you. She gave you opportunity to make money. You know what I'm saying? She put you in a position to win. Did she go 100% hard with promoting your page? No, she didn't. But guess what she did do? She told us who you were. She put you on her camera. She put you on her platform. She gave you the game. She showed you the ropes. She didn't probably go as hard as she would for her own page, but why would she? You have to come and do the lead work. So at the end of the day, you knew her before any of this. And if she was such a horrible person, if she was so this, if she was so that, why did you run your tail down to Georgia and allow her to take care of you? Why did you run your tail down to Georgia and be up in her house? Why were you so willing to come and be around her if your stuff was together, if you didn't need her help? Clearly, you needed the help, ma'am. So while you're painting her out to be this monster and this terrible person, you didn't know that before you came and lived in her house? Have you not known her longer than we have? You didn't know that before you allowed her to pay for your medical procedure? You didn't know that before you allowed her to put money in your pocket? Is Tree's probably a lot to deal with? Definitely. Is she someone who probably has control issues? And is she probably someone who it may take a lot to be around her because she has probably short patience and things of nature? Yeah, she probably is someone who you probably can't be around too long. But at the end of the day, guess what? You willingly went to allow her to take care of you. And at the end of the day, one thing about Trees, good or bad, she's transparent about who she is. She has some character flaws, just like anybody, but she is transparent about her trust issues. She's transparent about how, she has had trauma dealing with people. She's transparent about her struggles with friendships and relationships because of the things that she's been through. So at the end of the day, nobody went saying nothing when the money was flowing. Wasn't nobody saying nothing when the cash apps and the gifts and the trips and the luxuries was being given out. Nobody was saying nothing then. If you had your life together, why did you come? If she was such a bad person and she been this way since day one, why did you come? So don't try to flip the script now. Let's see what the comments say. It says Beatrice Lowe said Tree's mad because Tarita and Coco are friends and she can't stand it. She had like everybody's supposed to do what she wants to do. Give me a break. Who the hell? But see, this is the thing, Beatrice. This is how I know these people they don't know anything about being solid. Why do they need to be friends with Coco? Did Coco put them in a position to win? Did Coco introduce them to a platform where they can make money? Did Coco feed them when they was hungry? Did Coco take them to a doctor and fix a medical procedure that probably has been a great help to their life? Did Coco look out for them when nobody else would? So at the end of the day, why would they want to have loyalty to Coco? Why would they want to have loyalty to a man who came into their friend's home and used her and was abusive to her and was degrading her and made a platform to brag about it? So why would they want to support Coco? If you're my friend, I'm feeding you when you hungry. If you're my friend, I gave you a chance to eat. I gave you a platform to where you can make thousands almost, and you had the potential to make $1,000,000. I gave you followers. I gave you the clout. I put you on game. I showed you niceness, and you turn around and you be friends with somebody who leaked my address, who talk about my kids. Guess what? Coco talked about Keisha T. So why does Keisha T need to be friends with Coco when he was the dogging her out? See, that's the problem. That's how I know a lot of people on the internet don't know anything about loyalty and being solid. Because at the end of the day, Teresa's not wrong for being upset with them for being cool with Coco. Because how can you be in cool with Coco but then say you love me? And you saw what he did to me. This man has an entire platform dedicated to tarnishing her brand. So at the end of the day, how in the world can you stomach to be around somebody who hurt me, but you call yourself my friend? How can you call someone who has attacked me and my kids and who has taunted me for being molested and abused? How can you call that man your friend, but then think you my friend? So absolutely not. I don't blame Latrice. Why did Coco put a roof over Keisha T head? Did Coco take her to that doctor? He didn't do none of that. Coco probably wouldn't give Keisha T $5 if she asked for it. This man was in it for a check. He was laid up with a check. He didn't give a damn about none of them. He was dogging all of them when him and Treese fell out. He called Keisha T a crackhead. He talked about her appearance. So why on God Green's earth does she want to go out her way and be cool with him? That is a true sign of disloyalty. Oh, y'all, I'm passionate. I'm sorry. They was living in luxury, baby. It says Coco, Diamond, Keisha T, and everyone. They all used her. They did. And that's why I'm so passionate, because Trees may not be all the way perfect. She may have some things she needs to work on, but one thing about it, two things for certain. She's solid, because a solid person at the end of the day always want to see their people eat. She didn't have to look out for none of them. She didn't have to. She may say some things out her mouth that are crazy. She may got some healing she needs to do. Hey, dishing out local tea. Shout out to her, y'all. She has some good videos on her page about the situation as well. Hey, and he won't do it for him, dishing out local tea. He won't. But yeah, y'all go check out her page, because that's where I caught up on some of it. Let's see. Hey, Shauna's place that said, nah, you're really passionate about this. I love you. Nah, you're really passionate about this. I love you. Thank you, honey. Thank you. Thank you. I'm passionate, honey. I can't even hardly talk because it just makes me upset. Like some stuff is just like, okay, it's the internet, it's this and the third, but it's like how they are manipulating the situation is just crazy. Period. And so they didn't even act like they was interested in Coco and that. Exactly. Like now y'all want to be cool with him? Why y'all ain't been linked up with him? Why y'all didn't been create a page then? Why we ain't been heard about Coco? Why y'all wouldn't been shouting him out? How? I mean, make it make sense. Thank you. So it's okay. You're doing a great job. Yes, honey. Check her out. Yes, honey. She has all the tea on this situation. I'm sorry, like I'm stumbling over my words, honey. But yeah, but it's just like it's crazy to me because people literally love to say, "Well, Latrice is upset because they're friends with Coco," as she should be. No friend of mine is going to go and be in the face of people who have talked about me and my children. No friend of mine is going to go fraternize with someone who has talked about my personal hygiene, who has spread rumors about me. No friend of mine is going to talk about someone who leaked my address. No friend of mine is going to go be friends with someone who leaked my address where my kids lay their head. So y'all got to be crazy if you all don't understand where she's coming from. I know she ain't perfect. I know she do and say some crazy things, but y'all don't understand the principle. And the principle is this. This lady fed this lady when she was homeless, clothed her, cared for her, and introduced her to a platform where she can literally not have to go on anybody else's day job once she gets good at it. And she may not be perfect and she may not be someone you want to deal with on the daily, and people do have the right to defend themselves, right? But I just wish people would stop with this whole narrative that she is wrong for being upset with them for still wanting to be friends with Coco. Why would you want to be friends with Coco? Why? YouTube, you says, "Hi, now, beautiful queen. You bringing in much love. Thank you so much." Because stuff like that gets me mad because the internet. Hey, Frederick Wright. Hey. But yeah, the internet is a wicked place because people don't really think about morals and values anymore. All people do on the internet is they see a situation where two people get into it. They see somebody say some nasty, ugly things. And then all they do is they just go with the first thing they hear. They go with what majority of people are saying, right? So they see an argument, they see people take sides, they see majority of people on one person's side. They don't ever look at the backstory or how this all started. All they do is see who's getting, degraded the most, and they just join the bandwagon. But y'all got to look at how all this stuff started. Look at how it started. Look at who came bothering who. Everybody want to talk about Coco and poor Coco. And he got his page taken. But y'all not looking at how this started. Y'all not looking at who came bothering who first. Y'all are not looking at the actions. When I say y'all, not the people who support me, but the people who are attacking Latrice. You all are not looking at how this started. You all are not looking at the actions that cause the reactions. And that is my problem with the situation. Everybody wants to talk about the reactions. And the way Latrice reacts is not always right, right? But nobody wants to talk about the original action. And that's what really grinds my gears about the situation. Why are we not talking about how this originated? Why are we not talking about how this man, fresh out of prison, instead of trying to get his life together and focus on himself and focus on getting a job and building his own platform off his own back, came into the home of a woman, used her, disrespected her, was on the phone bragging about using her, was on the phone plotting on how much money he was going to get from her, talking to her crazy, talking to her kids crazy. We all saw it. And guess what he got in return? Guess what the reaction was? He got dogged out. That's what he should have got. But everybody want to talk about she dogged him on live. She should have. He was playing with her top. He was using her. He was abusing her. He was talking to her kids crazy. He should have got dogged out. All right, let's get into the comments. It says, and Lele all in the live putting herself in stuff that don't have nothing to do with her. Exactly. But she gonna be the first one hollering about somebody won't leave her alone. She the first one hollering about Latrice is obsessed with her. Latrice is doing this to her. But as soon as somebody talking about Latrice, here she go. Want to be seen in the comments. But then the minute Latrice clap back at her, and the minute Latrice say something to them, then they're gonna be the victims. But you ain't even minding your business. This is Latrice's argument with someone else. Why are you in the comments? But then you swear you want peace. You swear you don't want to argue back and forth. Well, then why are you in the comments inserting yourself into an argument with her and someone else? So you want the drama. You want the mess. So when she feed into it and when she give you what you want, don't be mad. It says, first, Coco wasn't worth nothing when Latrice was with him, but now give the man a chance. Child bye. She's just exactly. When Coco was with Latrice, y'all hated him. The people who don't like Latrice, y'all couldn't stand him. Y'all said y'all wouldn't have him around y'all kids. Y'all talked about his grill. Y'all talked about his hair. Y'all talked about him being in prison. Y'all dogged this man out. Didn't know him from a can of paint. Didn't know his story. Didn't know nothing about him. But y'all were willing to rip him a new one, all because he was associated with Latrice. As soon as him and Latrice go their separate ways and she dogged him out as she should have, y'all his biggest fans now. This man is disrespectful as hell. But y'all love him because he hates Latrice, and that's sad. That's sad. B. Jones says exactly. Then call her and her kids monkeys and orangutans while Lele Big A is in the background laughing. I'm trying not to cuss y'all because my I was cussing too much in one of my Keisha videos. So yeah. But yeah, it's crazy. It says, yes, as this group, people have no idea how, exactly. Like, people only look at some of the things that Latrice said and they're judging her. Hey, Mariah. And they're judging her off of some of her reactions. But ain't nobody talking about the actions. Who started with who first? Let's talk about that. Who came bothering who first? Who came manipulating who first? Who came using who first? Who came piggybacking and picking and bullying first? Then we'll talk about the reactions. But let's talk about how this started. It says Lele aligned to her supporters, telling them she got some big lawyers, but word on the curb is she got legal shield. Child. All right. It says Lala stay inserting herself and stuff about trees. Her and Roz are equally jealous of that girl. That's why they get along. Exactly. It's like, if you don't want it, every time the lady say something and she say something disrespectful and she clap back and she cuss you out or she want to report you for harassing her, y'all say she wrong. But y'all insert you all selves into everything that got something to do with her. If me and somebody don't like each other and I don't care for them and I don't want nothing to do with them, if I see them and somebody else getting into it, I ain't got nothing to say. I got nothing to say. I got nothing to say. Because at the end of the day, I don't even want to keep going back and forth with this person if I'm really trying to find peace. It says they dog him and the ones that she thought was, they dog him and the ones that she thought was her didn't care for him either. And look where they are. Right. Hey, Miss Yvette. Hey, thank you for joining. Child. It says they all went crazy like roaches scattering after Latrice came back from Vegas trip. They was too mad. Exactly. This lady was literally in Vegas. She was, you can tell she was trying to lighten the mood, trying to, give us some different content. I'm in Vegas. I got me a little friend here in the bed with me. She even let us in on some of her romantic tea. Y'all, I done got me a little man on the weekend. She's literally trying to just, let her hair down, have a good time, change the subject. Let's talk about something else. And here we are once again Everybody running to the internet. Keisha T started with Latrice, because you don't know who called your probation officer. It could be anybody. You are on a public platform, and you do know that behind the scenes you have violated your probation. And now we have turned this situation into a big deal. But I'm glad that her and Tarita were able to I'm glad they were able to talk it out though. That's good. It says Lele got a real strong man in Facebook. Want to talk about Trees by Tina Turner. It's sad. It's just sad on all ends, because at the end of the day, it's kind of like we talk about, it's just it's crazy. It is crazy. And that's so let's get on Coco. Speaking of him and Lele, let's get on Coco. So I guess because Latrice, because she basically was saying like, "Hey, I'll tell y'all what I have done," and so I guess because she mentioned how she had to get his page shut down, the one that had 40,000 followers, he went live, and instead of him, Linda says, this all started when Treese put him out, and he then went to social media, and all the women that claimed he was no good, they ran over to him and built his platform to exactly. And I'm gonna get into that. Let's walk down memory lane of how this all started with Coco, and let's talk about why Coco page got reported by Treese and why people need to stop feeling sorry for him. Coco linked up with Treese and was using Treese. And says now Keisha T saying she need $4,000 out of jail. I think Keisha did all that for money. They all scamming. That could be a possibility. It could. It says ain't nowhere on earth I'm gonna be with a dude who dogs the F out of his old girlfriend while I'm just sitting there looking dumb, talking about he needs content. Okay, Neil Love Jones. Like, ain't no way. Ain't no way I could sit there and consume that every day. You mean to tell me we gotta talk about her every day? We don't get no break. We don't get to take a week off every day. We're gonna talk about her every day. But let's walk down memory lane with how this started for the people who get amnesia about why he got his page taken. According to him, he was never interested in Latrice. According to him, he didn't like her. She wasn't his type, right? According to him, he wasn't attracted, right? But yet he set up in her home for weeks. She was giving him money on a weekly basis. She was investing in him, trying to start him a few businesses. She was taking him out. She was buying him cologne. She was buying him clothes. She was putting him on her live streams, giving him exposure to the public platform because she knew that he could start his own platform and make money. She was putting him on game. She loved him. They had their problems. They had their issues, right? They got into it because he was walking around there with a nasty attitude. He was walking around there upset. You know what I'm saying? Talking to her crazy. This is what she's saying. And so, of course, they would have their spits and spats. We saw him talk to her kids crazy. We saw him have an attitude in the background. And we saw Latrice get fed up. Latrice revealed that she overheard a phone call where he was talking about the money that she was giving him and complaining about it. Latrice got fed up and dogged him out. She dogged him out more than once. When he talked to her children crazy on live that day, she dogged him out. And then I didn't see all the time she dogged him out, but she dogged him out because behind the scenes, he was being ungrateful and disrespectful. We also saw the video of them having an argument and him running up on her trying to physically assault her after she has been nice to him. Now, does Latrice have a mouth on her? Were they going to get to arguing? Probably so, but at the end of the day, he was obviously irritated and aggravated with being there with her, but he continued to stay there with her because she had the money. From his own admission, from his own mouth, and you all can go back and look this up, he said he looked at her as a paymaster. He looked at her as someone who would pay him. And so he was there for the check. He was using her, and he got a kick out of using her. And so when she caught the vibes, she dogged his ass out. She dogged his behind out, as she should have. She dogged him out, and then she put him out. Yvette said he probably was hating on Trees. Yeah, he was hating. It says Ocean Rider's channel had the video of him admitting he used her. Exactly. So go to that channel. Oh, well, he said he used to love her. Okay. Well, and this is the thing. I think that he probably did have feelings for her because I mean, there's no way that you can be, laid up with somebody and not feel for him in some type of way. Hey, who Kim? But yeah, so I'm pretty sure there were organic feelings there. I'm pretty sure that there were, he felt for her in some type of way and had feelings for her. But at the end of the day, he had a choice. He had a choice to say, look, I love you, but let's take this slow. Don't give me all your money. Don't invest too much in me. I'm going to be a real man. I'm going to get out here and get it out the mud. Keep your money. Let's take this slow. He didn't do that. He stuck around. He got the bag. He got the check. And you know what he did? That wasn't enough for him. He came onto the platform that she introduced him to and degraded her, talked about her, made up nicknames for her, talked about her personal hygiene, talked about all type of things, talked about her children. Then leaked her address, continued to dog her out. And so guess what she did? Reported his page, as she should have. Because at the end of the day, how do you think you're going to keep a page that is built around harassment and bullying? How? How do you think you're going to do that? Lena Johnson says he had a choice. His own intentions was to use her when he saw she was giving. Right. I'm pretty sure he had feelings for her, but I'm pretty sure he took advantage of the fact that she was so generous. Everyone knows Latrice is a generous person. She will give out all the money, all the luxuries in exchange for people just being around her, showing her love and helping her. So everybody know that, and he took full advantage of that. And instead of him just saying, you know what, me and her, we broke up. She put me out. She dogged me. It's cool. Guess what? I got the money. I got me a little platform. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna turn it into something of my own. I'm gonna take it and turn it into my own brand. No, he decided to take the platform, talk about her on the daily, harass her on the daily, leak her address, all type of things, and then act shocked when she reports the page for harassment and bullying. But how do you think you're going to successfully be able to keep a platform going that's built off the hate of someone else? This isn't just you on here just talking about what happened with you and your ex-girlfriend and just keeping it respectful and all this and the third. No, this is a platform full of people who hate one person. So how long do you think that platform is going to last? So everyone is making her seem like she is the big bad wolf and she's this terrible person because she reported his page. But what was she supposed to do? So I'm gonna let you use me, embarrass me, exploit me, degrade me, take my money, and then you gonna make a platform and eat off of it too? Hell no. I would have reported it too. Now, I would not have reported it if he wasn't talking about me, if he was only doing his own thing. But if you over here daily going in on me, spilling my tea, degrading me, talking about sexual relations between me and you, talking about my kids, talking about all this degrading stuff, you damn right I'm gonna report it because you don't deserve to have a platform that I help you build and you degrading me. Absolutely not. So why do people feel like she's wrong for that? She's not. Because guess what? The same people who look down on her or who chastise her because she reported Coco, if somebody made a page about them and talked about them every day, guess what? They would be making videos, reporting pages too. So what's the difference? It's okay when it's been done to Latrice. But when it starts getting done to people who talk about her, it's the problem. Make it make sense. Linda said he did that to boost his platform with the help of supporters that didn't like Latrice. Exactly. It'd be different if he came on there and he gave us some real content and he was on there, and it looks like at one point in time he tried to do his own little thing here and there, but he just could not change the narrative. He could not let sleeping dogs lie. He could not just, eat it up. Hey, look, I'm going to take this one to the chest. Because guess what? I benefited from it. Yeah, she dogged me out, but guess what? I got the money. I got the platform. I can really take this and flip it and make my own brand. But guess what? He didn't do that. He wanted to continue to feed into the drama and the harassment for the check. So guess what? Your platform gonna get snatched every time because that's not the way you do it. Facts. There's a tasteful way to do everything. Not saying that you can't, respond to things that are said about you, or not saying that you can't talk about the situation with you and your ex-girlfriend in a respectful way. But you can't be on here humiliating people and degrading them and talking about personal, intimate things between you and them. It goes too far. Hey, Lady Devereaux, thank you for joining. Right. It says that's what Latrice said. You can't exactly. You cannot build your entire platform off of hate. There is a tasteful way that you can talk about something, or there's a tasteful way that we can talk about the tea. But some things are just straight up hate and harassment. And if you build your platform off of hate, bitterness, and harassment, it's going to crumble every time. They couldn't handle what Trees go. They couldn't. They couldn't walk a mile in her shoes. Because if the shoe was on the other foot, look at Coco. Anytime things are not going his way, anytime the supporters are not doing what he wants them to do, you get on here acting a fool, cussing everybody out and cussing Lele out. So we see how you work under pressure. You can't handle it, but you want to talk about her. It says if she's so toxic, why keep dwelling on her? It's clear they're trying to come up off her. It would never prosper, because this is the thing. All of you all knew her before the media. All of you all knew her. You all knew her character traits. You all knew what she'd been through. So why did y'all go along for the ride? Because you all want to gain something from it as well. You all wanted to get your platforms going. You all wanted to reap the benefits of her being a generous person. So don't get on here and try to play it and spin a narrative like y'all didn't have a hand in it either, because y'all did. Exactly. And still doing the same thing today. He even go off on Lele and she make excuses for it. Lele is very slow with low self-esteem. She definitely makes excuses for him all the time. And it's like, girl, he throw a straight tantrum, you know? But these very people who are in the lives begging to join so they can dog her out, in the lives, laughing, thinking everything funny. Then the minute she come back and she clap back and she say what she say, gonna be playing victim. But y'all picking at this point. This lady just went to Vegas, was minding her business. And y'all picking. And then when she come back and she start clapping back and saying what she gotta say, then y'all gonna say she wrong. But y'all picking. So anyway, the last thing I want to talk about is Coco and the disgusting thing that he said today. So pretty much he goes live, I guess, in response to her saying that she got his page taken or whatever. And instead of him just talking about that situation, he pulls up pictures of monkeys or orangutans, and he's talking about that's what her and her family looks like. And then he goes to say, that's why your mom put you out, because you were 7 years old doing, sexual things. And I'm not going to say exactly what he said, but doing sexual things with your stepdaddy. That's why you got put out. Making it seem as if the sexual things, and this is something that Latrice has taught about before, but making it seem as if the sexual things that happened between her and her stepfather at 7 years old were her fault. And as if it was her fault that she got put out. A grown man is and Lele is in the background hollering, laughing. She thinks that is so hilarious. And he up there, he's making the gestures about what she was doing on her stepdaddy. And people are indulging in this, egging this on. People can stomach this type of conversation. But when Latrice was talking about him and talking about his things that he had going on, everyone called her disgusting when she was dogging him out, when she said he had a small penis or whatever. They talked about like a dog. They said she was so disgusting. But y'all are over here. He's over here taunting someone about something inappropriate, rape that happened to her when she was 7 years old, and making it seem as if it was her fault. Make that make sense. Yeah, God definitely don't bless no mess. He don't. It says Layla give me crazy lady vibes, like they should try to get a check. It says Coco is no earthly good. It says, and Lala thought it was funny. Yeah, like it's nothing funny about that, because at the end of the day, do you hear what you're saying? She left her mama how she moved out when she was 7 years old. Do you know what has to have been done to a child for them to be doing something like that with the adult? That means the adult took advantage of them. That means the adult was in the wrong. That means the adult should be somewhere in jail or hell. And you are sitting on here taunting her. And Keisha T said it too to her when they were arguing on the phone. That's why you were sleeping with your stepdad. It's like y'all think that this is okay. Y'all want to now use this as a joke or something to taunt somebody with. But y'all was the same people who didn't have a problem with it when she was lining y'all pockets. Y'all knew this story when she was giving y'all money. Y'all knew this story when she was fixing your eyes. Y'all knew this story when she was being generous and nice to y'all. And then now that y'all upset with her, y'all want to take this traumatic situation that happened to her from an adult taking advantage of her and throw it in her face as if it's her fault. What is that to say to somebody? What is that to say to somebody? Y'all are grown, probably close to 40 years old. What is that to say? So somehow it's her fault that this happened to her when she was 7 years old. That's what y'all doing. But then when she but let her come out her mouth and start saying things about y'all, then it's a problem. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's like he can do no wrong, exactly, and they just eat it up. And they just eat it up. It says Blessing says, "Hey Blessing." It says supposedly she gave Coco 10K while he was in jail. I'm pretty sure she did. And it's kind of like, I understand that, there have been some things said and there have been some back and forth. So I'm not asking them to kiss her butt. I'm not asking them to, not defend themselves. But it's like y'all are sitting on here, y'all are not being transparent, and y'all not keeping it all the way real. Like, let's just be honest, because y'all knew all this before y'all accepted the help. If y'all felt that she was this and that, and if y'all felt that she was just this terrible person, then why were you all around allowing her to help you all? So that makes me look at y'all like y'all are just as fake as y'all say she is. It says, I cannot stand them. Then has the nerve to compare themselves to Latrese. Baby, y'all bootleggers could never. Miss Latrese would never. She's a very beautiful, classy pilot. Exactly. Mr. and Miss Latrese, they would never sit up here. Mr. Latrese, he would never talk about his ex-girlfriend all day, every day for a check. Mr. Latrese, he knows how to move on and create his own content. He ain't walking around here trying to come up off of degrading a black woman. He not doing that. Yeah, it should have been reported because that's disgusting. That is disgusting. And as a grown woman, I don't find that funny. I wish a man would sit up in my face and taunt a woman about being the R word. I don't want to keep saying it because I don't want to get demonetized, but being the R word when she was 7 years old. She was 7 years old. She was a child. She did not have the mental capability to make any type of sound decisions for herself. She was a minor. And yes, she talked about it before, but that is her story to tell. Hey girl, thanks for coming on and stressing this. Oh my God, I was super hot. I had several of my folks report his channel in that post. Thank you, Blessing, because that was just disgusting. That was just disgusting. But then when Latrice reports you for that video, Coco, you gonna swear she did you wrong. But you literally came out of your mouth on your platform that you love so much. You be 38 hot when somebody to report the page. But you're on here talking about the R word. You're on here describing sexual encounters between a 7-year-old and a grown man. You're on here making the gestures of what allegedly transpired between a 7-year-old and a grown man. And you have someone in the background laughing at it. But if someone reports that, because you know how many women in the comments, you have majority women followers. So when people report that and they find that disgusting that you even talked about that, you're going to swear it was Latrice. You're going to swear it's her fault. But why would you even talk about it? Why would you even let that come out of your mouth? So what? She reported your page. She should have reported your page. She gave you the platform. It says, and none of them ever showed appreciation. I think that, but exactly, that's what bothers her, because none of them are, you all are very ungrateful. Very. Keisha T and Coco, very ungrateful. Y'all didn't have nothing. We wouldn't know who you are. We wouldn't care about you if it was not for Latrice being nice enough to put you on her platform and put you on game. And she ain't perfect. So I'm not saying y'all should have sat around and kissed her toes or her feet. But at the end of the day, I had never heard any of you all show your gratitude or your appreciation. All y'all do is, oh, she used me for content. You was living with her for free. You was eating for free. You was getting your hair did for free. You was getting your eyes fixed for free. If she wanted you to do content, what was the problem? If you couldn't do it, you should have been a woman and went back to where you came from and said, I'm good. You should never came in the first place if you was living good. But you wasn't. That's why you came. It says, period. They wish star to ever even close compare. Exactly. Y'all could never. Because Latrese know how to create content about him and his wife and their love. Latrese ain't sitting around talking about his ex 24/7 for the bag. He would never. It says, I have 27-year-old girls I can imagine. Exactly. I have a 7-year-old daughter, and I could not imagine someone doing that to her. And then a grown man talking about it and thinking that it's funny. Are you serious? Are you crazy? It says, who pays for funeral? Exactly. Exactly. This woman is paying for your a funeral for your son. What friend has the type of money? You all know how expensive funerals are. With her and Diamond, she paid for Diamond's son's funeral. That was a beautiful thing to do. Period. A lot of people wouldn't have did that. Wouldn't have been able to even do that. And I'm not saying that Diamond owes her the world for that, but why do you want to be cool with Coco after that? Why do you want to be cool with people who bash her and talk about her on the internet? Yeah, he don't even have kids, so he don't understand. It does. All that women wants is a decent family, some loyal, loving friends that will help her grow in a better, happier her. But she also got to stop bringing the past. Yeah, she got to stop. She got to let it go. And now I see more wild out of celebrities. They get famous and they just leave all their friends and family from their hometown behind. Well, not family, but I see why people don't bring people with them, because that's all she tried to do. Is bring people up that can and yeah, she wanted to help from it. She wanted to benefit from it. But with them helping her, they were also going to benefit from the situation. You know? And then y'all turn around and say, why we can't be cool with Coco? We know him just as long as she did. What? Girl, what? Keisha T Coco talked about you like a dog. Had nothing good to say about you. Why do you want to be cool with you? Why do you want to be cool with Coco? Keisha T, the other reaction channels who you want to be buddy with, dogged you, laughed at you, talked about you like a dog when you was cool with Treese. Why do you want to be buddy with them? You don't know these people. These people ain't gonna benefit you. They ain't put no money in your pocket. But guess who has? It says don't even know who. Exactly. We don't even know who Latrese X is. That man, okay, yeah, hurt. And it's like, Layla, and if you think that's normal, like I would literally be disgusted and sick to my stomach that I have to wake up every day and get on a camera and talk about this man, his girlfriend. That is draining as hell. I don't care what type of bag is bringing in. I don't care what stories this man done told. He deserved to. She was like, because Lele's thing is, well, Latrice annihilated him. He deserved to be annihilated. Do you not know what he did? Did you not see how he played her? The dogging out that she did for him was very well warranted. It says, yes, blessing, when this is all said and done, I pray she turn over a new leaf and have exactly. I just pray that she learns from this situation. You can't help everybody. Also, she needs to understand that with this social media thing, you have to work smarter and not harder. You know what I'm saying? Find your lane and stay in it. Maybe selling products and things that are going to require you to hire employees, maybe that's not your lane. Maybe your thing is the content creation. Maybe you need to stick with the content creation. Like I said, I miss the cooking videos. I miss the family content. I miss her and all her kids in the house having a good time making the crabs and the special sauce. Maybe that's your lane, because having a whole bunch of people around, that's just not your thing. It says loyalty, integrity, words. They don't even know exactly. They don't even know Key 32. They don't know nothing about loyalty. If I'm struggling and my friend reach out to me and say, "Hey, friend, come with me. I'm gonna get you some money. I'm gonna give you some money. You can stay with me for free. Don't pay me nothing. All I want you to do is help me in my warehouse." You think I'm finna sit up here and then go link up with then go try to still be cool with my friend ex-boyfriend and he done dog both of us out? No. I don't give a damn if I feel like my friend was wrong or right in the breakup. That ain't none of my business. She helping me. She feeding me. She putting food in my mouth right now. She's kind enough to think about me and what I need when ain't nobody else doing it. So why do I need to go out my way to try to be cool with somebody who are irrelevant, who don't even care about me, who probably wouldn't even give me $5 if I was sitting on the side of the road with a cup? It says my thing is why didn't Diamond tell folks the good Trees have done for her and her son? That's that sneaky ish, and that gun situation was not a skit from what she was saying last night. Diamond, yeah, you know. And this is the thing. People always, Latrice had to always get on to Diamond, or her and Diamond had always had fallings out about Diamond not being loyal. Before Latrice even had money, when Latrice was still staying in her old house, still doing when she was doing the money pot games, you know, and she wanted Diamond to help her out. Her and Diamond were getting into it at that point. So her and Diamond having issues, it's not anything new. Diamond is, so people act like, oh my God, she just did Diamond so wrong, but she's been there for Diamond. Her and Diamond been there together, and they've always had their issues together. But Latrice always said that regardless of what, falling out her and Diamond have, that's her dog. And she always brought her back around. They fell out before, and she always brought her back around and tried to put her on, period. How you think Diamond knew how to start a Facebook page? She just woke up one day and started the idea on her own? No, it's from her being around Trees. But people want to totally discredit any good that she has done. They just want to talk about the arguments and the reactions. But why we ain't talking about the actions? Why we can't talk about how the argument started? Every time you look at a Trees video of people who don't like her, they're always playing the response. They're always talking about the response. But why are you not all talking about how all these situations started? It's a Latrice live right now. She is funny. I don't care. I was watching her. Yeah, I was watching her back when I think I was first started working at my job, and I was broke, honey. I had just graduated, honey. I was trying to get my life together, and honey, she used to be making them meals, and I played the struggle game and all of that. So I remember Latrice from way back when, and just watching her was motivational on how she was grinding, and I was grinding, get my life together, moving up in the corporate world, doing my little side thing. So I could have related to her, trying to get the bag, trying to take care of your kids. I don't think they loyal to Coco. It's an act to hurt Latrice. Yeah, definitely. They just want to hurt Latrice, and that's disgusting. It's disgusting. I am disgusted. I can't wait to Karma really get their behinds, and it will trust and believe. Yeah. Because you can't do wrong to people and expect for good things to come. Like Coco, you always get on here huffing and puffing about your page getting taken down, but baby, it's gonna keep getting taken down if you don't know how to switch it up. You think you really finna run a platform degrading a black woman every single day and your platform gonna stay up? It's not gonna stay up. And it's not gonna always be Latrice who's reporting it. It's gonna be other black women who've had trauma, who've had situations that you're taunting, that are going to want to take it down. So every time his page gets taken, they love to say it was Trees. It's Trees from a fake page. But they conveniently are gonna forget the fact that this man literally made a video taunting sexual abuse. But keep in mind now that that's not something that these people who own these public platforms want to be displayed on their platforms. That's not something that Facebook or YouTube wants to be displayed. That's not something advertisers want to put advertisements on. So it could be anybody that can report it. And when people look into it, they're going to snatch it. But watch, they're going to swear it's Latrice. You cannot spew hate and think that your platform is going to prosper. You can give the tea. You can talk about people. You can have the commentary, and you can have a little bit of drama here and there. But you have to, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. You can't be hateful and think that things are going to work out for you. God don't bless no mess. And everyone in this situation is hollering about she don't know how to talk to people. She try to control people with money. Y'all love to talk about all these things, but y'all conveniently forget to mention that we wouldn't know you or care about you or your platform if it wasn't her for her being gracious enough to show you the ropes and put you on game. And the thanks that she got for showing you the ropes and putting you on game is y'all running to link up with people who hate her and who talk about her kids and who talk about and who call defects on her. That's the thanks she get for putting you on. We wouldn't know who you are. We wouldn't care who you are. We wouldn't be following your page. None of that if it wasn't for her. But in return, you all run and link up with people who have been spewing hate on her, her children, or her household, who have been praying on her downfall from day one. Make it make sense, people. Make it make sense. But I just had to say that tonight, honey. I got very passionate today, child, because I'm just like, you know what? Watch. Tree's gonna clap back, and everybody gonna be playing what she said back to the people. They're gonna be talking about that, but ain't nobody gonna be talking about how this started. That's what we got to start doing. Start looking at how this originated, okay? But that's all I had tonight, you guys. I said I wasn't going to keep y'all long. I know y'all want to get your dinner started and get your clothes washed and ironed for work tomorrow. So I just want to say thank you all for joining in. And I will see you all in my next video. Love you all. Thank you all for joining me. See y'all later.